The film starts in a power plant in the Ukraine. CIA agent JJ is an ex-Special Forces operative on one of his first big assignments as a spy. He tries to lance a trade between the Russian mafia and Middle Eastern terrorist Hassan for a plutonium core that can be used to level cities. JJ regrets his cover when he asks Hassan who will build his weapon. Hassan identifies he's a spy, and JJ's chiefs can watch all of it over the surveillance. JJ then box office to bust out his moves and executes many men, as well as Hassan, as he styles his way out of the plant. JJ intelligences to the CIA headquarters in Langley where his boss, David Kim, disciplines him over his disappointment to complete the mission, as they have no way to take down the network since JJ executed almost everyone. Another terrorist, Azar, has the other plutonium core and is still out there. Kim fires JJ and sends him home, where he lives by himself with his pet fish Blueberry. In Chicago, 9-year-old Sophie, who has just relocated to the area with her mom Kate from France and just wishes to make new friends. On the bus ride to school, a few nasty girls take a picture of Sophie because she out of the blue left jam on her mouth. Kim for a moment describes the agents on Victor Marquez, a French arms dealer who was working with Hassan who has acquired Soviet schematics for a nuke. Victor's brother David found out about his work and tried to stop him, but Victor killed him. The plan is to take Victor down before he and Azar convene to create a nuke. Kim allocates another agent, Christina, to the cooler missions and has JJ team up with tech operator Bobby to keep observation on Kate and Sophie, as they were David's family and want to be ready if Victor tries to make contact with Kate. Bobby is happy because she is a great fan of JJ's work, but he feels like this assignment is beneath him. JJ and Bobby are set up in a terrible apartment in the same building as Kate and Sophie. He sets up cameras in their apartment but is spotted by their dog Ozzy, who takes a liking to JJ. When Kate gets home, she has to disappoint Sophie by telling her that she cannot take her ice skating the next day like she had promised since she must take another shift at the hospital. Kate tries to ask her neighbors, a twosome named Carlos and Todd, if they can, but they are busy. Later, when JJ and Bobby are trying to spy on Kate and Sophie, the girl comes across one of the cameras that JJ put in rather plain sight. Sophie aspects the model number on the camera and tracks it back to JJ and Bobby's apartment. She makes her way in and records them now that she has spotted them. Although JJ cracks to explain himself, Sophie threatens to expose them and post the video for all to see if JJ does something for her. She makes him take her ice skating where he shows to not know how to do it. When Sophie tries to talk to the other girls from school, they ignore her, and the boys make fun of her. JJ trips the two boys, which gets him and Sophie hit out, but he gets her ice cream to make up for it. When they return to the apartment, Kate is anxiously looking for Sophie since she didn't tell her where she was going to be, and she kicks JJ in the balls when she sees him with her. Sophie be able to explain things to her mom, and Kate ask for forgiveness to JJ. Sophie later gets JJ after a morning run to help repair the pipe from the kitchen sink. He attempts but accidentally sprays himself and Kate with water. Kate is also amazed to see Ozzy liking JJ since he usually doesn't take to strangers so easily. Sophie then gets JJ and Kate to agree to let him stay for dinner, which Bobby considers is a bad idea since he is getting too close to them. Sophie as well convinces them to let JJ be her special friend for a presentation the kids are doing with parents or other adult figures, which JJ only agrees to because Sophie is threatening to blow his cover. JJ drives to Sophie's school where he has to follow a bunch of people with successful careers. He attempts to keep his job under wraps, but after hearing other kids make mean comments about Sophie, he tells them he is, maybe, a CIA agent and has seen and done a lot of crazy things. The kids are impressed and start talking to Sophie, and even Sophie's teacher offers JJ her phone number. However, Sophie tells him tear it up because she secretly wants JJ and Kate to get together. Sophie starts to ask JJ about what it takes to be a spy. He initially refuses to show her anything about it until she plays to his ego and says she might just ask Bobby. He demonstrates her how to pass a lie detector test, talk her way into strangers' apartments, and how to surprise people in a fight. Bobby senses upset that JJ didn't show her any of this instead of Sophie. Victor come across with a shady lawyer, Call, to find out where David left the schematics. Call says all he knew is that David said he left it with his best friend, and Victor knows what he's talking about before stabbing Call to death. Sophie gets JJ to run back to the school to see her entry in an art show. He attempts to compliment Sophie's work while simultaneously trashing another kid's work, unaware that the girl and her parents just heard him, and the little girl runs away crying. JJ walks home with Kate and Sophie, and JJ confesses to Kate that he's been alone for too long, that he doesn't know how to be around people. The two continue walking and chatting with one another. He tries to show his sensitive side by helping a pigeon who looks injured by putting it on a higher surface. This only leads a hawk to swoop in and snatch the smaller bird, to JJ and Kate's horror. When they get home, Kate asks JJ out to dinner, and he agrees. Sophie comes out after hearing everything and is excited, but when she asks JJ to dance, he shows off some cute uncomfortable moves that she begs him not to show her mom. On the night of the date, JJ is spotted by Carlos and Todd, who give him a quick remodeling so that he aspects presentable for Kate. Sophie and Bobby sit and keep an eye on JJ from the apartment. JJ attempts to express Kate the truth about himself until a song starts playing, and she wants to dance. To Sophie and Bobby's chagrin, JJ starts dancing. Later on, JJ helps Sophie with math homework, and Kate tells him that he being in their lives is like a breath of fresh air. Sophie also gives him a drawing she made of the two of them. Victor and Azar meet up and go to their secret location, which Christina is spotting. She reports to Kim, who instructs his agents to move in. When Victor and Azar are spotted, they run into the building, which explodes. The agents think that they are dead, but Victor is seen leaving with his own henchmen. Following the mission's supposed failure, Kim flies JJ and Bobby back to Langley to tell them they are fired after they found out JJ got too close to Kate and Sophie. JJ and Bobby part ways, and JJ is forced to disclose to Kate. She is angry, but even more so when Sophie tries to explain that she knew all about it. JJ stays in the apartment and binges on junk food in depression. Sophie visits him by pretending to walk Ozzy. He takes her back, and she tearfully figures that they will maybe never see each other again, but JJ promises never to forget her. As Bobby is preparing to shut down to computers, she sees that Victor and his goons have entered Kate and Sophie's apartment and is now holding them hostage. He figured that David's best friend was Ozzy, and sure enough, the schematics are found in Ozzy's collar. JJ tries to get involved but is taken captive as well. Carlos and Todd then arrive to step in and knock out the henchmen, but it turns out they were independent contractors who were looking for the schematics as well. Bobby grabs some guns and tries to help out, but she drops one that goes off and fires into the apartment, allowing Victor to grab the schematics and Sophie. JJ runs after them, and Kate gets her car so they can pursue. Victor drives to an airfield where he tries to escape with Sophie and the schematics. JJ runs in after they make it there and gets a truck that blocks off the runway. Victor is forced to stop the plane, but the turbines cut a fuel line from the truck. JJ battles Victor as Sophie efforts to get free, but she unintentionally kicks the plane's controls, making it run toward the edge of the cliff. JJ be able to free Sophie, but Victor threatens them both unless Sophie gives him the schematics. She gives him the box, but he plans to kill them anyway until Kate hits him over the head, and he falls on the fence that has gotten caught by the plane. JJ pushes the plane over the cliff, which drags Victor down to his death. Sophie gives the schematics. JJ and Bobby are returned, though JJ says Kim he would like to stay in Chicago with Bobby as his partner, and she would like to stay in the van. JJ restarts his relationship with Kate and joins her and Sophie to go ice skating with her friends, where he once again shows off his dance moves and brags to Sophie's classmates that he's been practicing. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe our channel, share, like and hit your comments. Select your favorite playlist to watch movies.